Hello and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I publish contents that I aim to help clinicians and researchers thrive and become more productive in their career. Oftentimes, when we have a successful career and the career tends to be well remunerated, we might start to have some level of disposable income. Hence, on this channel, I also cover some investment related topics. I must, however, emphatically state that these videos should not be misconstrued for financial advice. You do have to do your own research and seek advice from a qualified professional. I'm not a financial planner. What I discuss here are just micro-cap stocks that you might want to consider putting on your investment watch list. You will still have to do your own research and seek investment advice from a qualified professional. Today, I'll be doing a quick highlight of the medicinal cannabis segment of the Australian Stock Exchange. I'll do a quick analysis of one high growth company in this segment with great potentials. From our research, the company appears to have a very healthy growth trajectory and they have a significant runway for growth due to their unique business model. The cannabinoid industry in Australia and globally is quickly evolving, as we all know, and this is mainly due to changing regulatory posture. There has been a significant change in the regulatory approach, both in terms of how government police the medicinal recreational use of cannabis in many jurisdictions. Many of the changes regarding the medicinal cannabis use are against the backdrop of new information. The information pertains to the anecdotal and empirical research evidence that has been gathered over the years regarding the medicinal effect of cannabinoids. Australia has certainly been part of the evolution in terms of the shifting regulatory approach. Most of the regulatory effort in Australia initially was focused on access to medicinal cannabis for those that have unmet medical needs. But more recently, Australian regulatory authorities have even pulled further along the regulatory curve. With the Therapeutic Goods and Administration last month, they made the low dose, which is maximum of 60 milligrams per day of cannabidiol, a Schedule 3 drug. Schedule 3 drugs are registered for complementary use only. They will be kept behind the counter, but they are available upon a pharmacist assessment of appropriate use. It is worth mentioning that cannabidiol and tetrahydrocannabinol are the major cannabinoids present in cannabis. Cannabidiol, however, unlike tetrahydrocannabinol, does not have the cognitive impairment effect, and it has a very therapeutic high therapeutic safety profile. The development in the medicinal cannabis space in Australia definitely has a significant impact on the economy as well as on the capital markets. A company in the medicinal cannabis space that you should definitely put on your stock list, watch list, is Emyria or Emerald. Emyria Limited operates in a particularly interesting niche in the medicinal cannabis sector. They run a number of specialist clinics across Australia. These clinics are known as Emerald clinics. The clinics tend to have specialist doctors that manages patients with unmet needs. They treat conditions that range from treatment-resistant PTSD to irritable bowel disease. The company then derives anonymized data using their real-world evidence platform from the patients that they treat. Anonymized data that the company collects then serves as evidence-based to inform a range of other things that they do, such as drug development. This is especially important for ongoing therapeutic use and regulatory approval of cannabinoids. You do have to know the dosage at which these things are effective. For example, evidence such as the therapeutic dose determination, safety and efficacy are often limited in the cannabinoid space. And this is where this company has the gold mine, to really transform this sector. The company also recently started pursuing their drug development, which is the cannabidiol, which is I believe is in tandem with the recent changes that TGA has made. The EMD 003 will be focused on treatment of depression and anxiety and stress-related issues. So far, the company has a market capitalization of $22.5 million. The total revenue last year was $1.01 million. They made a loss of $2.7 million. The CEO seems to have a vast level of experience. He's Dr. Michael Winlow, They are growing aggressively, and from recent announcement, it seems to have partnered with other companies operating in this space, such as Emyria. Also, they've partnered with the Sapphire clinics in the UK. They also recently announced a program which involves the use of psychedelic treatment for PTSD, I believe, which involves the use of psilocybin, magic mushroom, and MDMA for treatment-resistant PTSD. These are well within the medical guidelines, and these are conditions that sort of tend to have unmet needs, and you do have to use unconventional drugs at times. So the clinics that they run is a way of really addressing these issues that affect a lot of people out there. So there's the benefit in that sense, and as well as the fact that the company also they will tend to gather data that would change and revolutionize the medicinal cannabis space. So I believe they do have a lot of potential, and it's definitely one to keep an eye out for.